Within the dedicated Plan tab, you will discover the comprehensive plan functionality. Plans are essentially a sophisticated type of Gantt chart, which you can effectively structure and organize by utilizing your existing work item data. To achieve this, you first need to carefully select the relevant work items. First, the input list is added to the plan. You can also import it from other plans, from lanes, from processes, or from worksheets. Or you can also incorporate worksheets into this list yourself. Once a list has been successfully generated here, you can then proceed to plan mode. The plan mode on the left shows the work items list, also covering assignees or buttons to unassign them. Since PoleArc doesn't yet know which work item fields will store the data, no bars are currently displayed. One could, in this specific situation, for example, set a default bar. So that you can at least begin to regulate and plan the dimensions. At a more fundamental level than these operations, you can install the necessary separators, or you also have the option to sort the various processes. You can access the process settings either through the context menu or simply by double-clicking, for instance, to control the labeling, the formatting, for example, here if we were to set the text color to black. Or, for example, the effort that is associated with it connects to processes. Furthermore, rules regarding dependencies on other operations can be defined here. When you indent tasks, then the tasks above them will become group tasks, which you can then accordingly move as a complete group. You can attribute an effort to operations. Once you have meticulously structured and designed a multitude of processes with considerable effort, it then becomes possible to effectively allocate and assign specific individuals or entities as assignees. These assignees in this context can either be designated Polarion users within the system, or alternatively, you have the option to search for and link specific work items that require assignment. Once various processes have been assigned with considerable effort, can we perform an effort analysis that distributes the workload across the entire timeline and also allocates it to each individual assignee, for example? Child work items can be loaded automatically. To achieve this, you can either define specific rules for the entire diagram, which determine which child work items should generally be attached to a particular work item parent type. Or you can also look at a single work item and check whether it has, for example, any linked work items that you would then classify as its children. Subordinated, so that in this specific case, he manually received an assignment of sons, which can also be changed accordingly here.